but we have this kind of uncanny ability to sift through that, not in a calculated way, but in a way that allows us to navigate. And that requires that our attention is biased, right? We have to use a bit of shorthand in some way to kind of make that a viable process in real time. So because of this, we have blind spots as people for self-deception and self-destructive behavior. And historically, religion has been, in large part, our main kind of cultural answer to that by offering us tools to continue to calibrate our attention and give us a perspective kind of outside of ourselves to see how much we may or may not be deceiving ourselves. Then fast forward many centuries, the Enlightenment happens, and as humanity, we recognize this huge untapped power and potential that was sitting there the whole time in propositional knowing. We realize, okay, if we can develop a method, the scientific method, to circumvent those biases that we have inherently, that will allow us to unlock a lot of very actionable, invaluable knowledge about the outside world. As a result of that, amazing kind of example, like science obviously has completely changed the world. In the West, in particular, a lot of Christian traditions, some Christian traditions at least, responded to that by kind of saying, oh yeah, that's what we're doing too. That's the kind of truth that we also have, right? That's the kind of truth that the Bible is. It's the same kind of factual, literalist truth claims. And some of those traditions that previously were giving us meaning and perspective and a pursuit, a path towards wisdom, were kind of flattened into this factual claims. And we see the rise of young earth creationism and these kind of pseudo-scientific attempts to prop up the Bible in that way, which we then see opens up some Christian traditions to, you know, the response of the new atheist movement. And right as those Christian traditions are narrowed and kind of flattened, they're on a collision course with pluralism. And the internet and social media make that impact all the more intense. And I think as a result, we're swimming in information and quote unquote connectedness, but we've lost those tools that helped us to find meaning and to pursue wisdom. And so we're finding culture and we're finding our individual lives more and more hollow in that context. And so that hollowness is what we're calling the meaning crisis, which
practices called science. There isn't a single scientific method. There's a whole bunch of practices, as you rightly said, Landon, they're designed to ameliorate the kind of self-deception that emerges when we're inferentially manipulating propositions and linking them to evidential claims. And science did, because it was such a powerful device for overcoming that particular stream of self-deception. It blinded us. Its success actually blinded us to all the ways in which self-deception creeps in at the procedural, the perspectival, and the participatory level. And so that self-deception in those other levels of knowing really makes us feel disconnected in a fundamental way. And it shows up in all of these symptoms of the distress and even the despair of disconnection.